My favorite thing about playing high school sports is definitely the community it builds.
It's taught me leadership, it's taught me resilience.
Many people might go on to not play collegiately, but they can take a lot of skills that they learn and use it in their professional life, in their future careers.
High school sports are worth protecting because it gives students an outlet to grow, to become a leader, to become what they want to be.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mount Olive High School, where the Garden State HS Wrestling brings you our match of the week. The Lions of Pope John taking on the Mount Olive Marauders. John Kovach with you. We have a 2-0 Pope John team. We have a Mount Olive team coming off a good performance down at Southern Regional in their tournament. And I'm joined tonight by Thomas Farquhar. Thomas, one-time college wrestler, referee, coach, bringing myriad points of view and perspectives that are just going to make the broadcast better. This is a good one to start off with.
Absolutely, fans. Welcome to a big-time New Jersey high school wrestling duel. We have, like you said, two ranked teams, both coming in with some nice early season momentum. What a great test for both teams this early in the season. Most duels, John, of this caliber, they're going to come down to just a couple of things. They're going to come down to bonus points. And like we talked before the broadcast, they're going to come down to who's healthy and who is at full strength for this match. I'm looking forward to a very competitive dual meet tonight. We've got a great crowd. They're still filing in here.
So, Pope John, as we said, comes in 2-0. They beat Immaculata, which was then ranked 16th. 44-31, and also beat Kellenberg, New York, 71-6. Both those matches were last Saturday. Mount Olive is currently 9th in the state. This is their first duel, but they were in the Robin Left tournament at Southern Regional High School on Saturday. This is a Pope John team, Thomas, that made it all the way to the non-public B finals last year. I was down there at Matt's side at Rutgers, watching them fall just short, losing by 2 points, 32-30. That thriller was decided in the final match against Camden Catholic. And Pope John cracked the rankings this week.
They did. They're coming in at number 17 this week. They have 5 returning state qualifiers. Last week, some fans might be wondering if Dalton Weber was not in the lineup. He's their 2-time returning state medalist. He will be in the lineup tonight. I would not sleep on this Pope John team. Although they got the lesser ranking, they are a tough squad. After doing a lot of my research, I feel this thing is going to come down to, like I said in my opening, bonus points.
And there's going to be a lot once this lineup is addressed, and we're going to get to that.
Yes.
Our broadcast tonight is sponsored by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Performance Trophies and Medals, Apex Wrestling School, and the Garden State Athletic Network. Tonight's local sponsors are 19th Hole Golf Simulators, Pro Automotive of New Jersey, Ginza Bar, Restaurant, and Sushi of Mount Olive, the Market Tavern of Flanders, Palumbo's Barbershop, Our Post Heating and Air Conditioning, Anthony Franco's Pizza of Sparta, Sunnyside Landscaping, and Ivy Rehab of Sparta.
We got a lot of sponsors tonight, huh?
We have an awful lot of sponsors, and you're going to have a lot of people interested in this match. We'll take a look at Pope John warming up. we've heard the music kick in a couple of times as Mount Olive cues up its warm-up songs. So, Dalton Weber, we got some news on.
Yep, we got some news also on. So Dalton Weber will be in the lineup for Pope John. From a Mount Olive perspective, they are coming in with a couple of key injuries. We're going to see how that's going to play out as the duel gets going and a couple of key matchups. So we're going to have to wait and see, like you said, as to what exactly these matchups are going to be based on the injuries that they have.
Now, Mount Olive doesn't come in green. They came in with a really good performance at the Robin Left tournament at Southern Regional. 1 title, 3 second-place finishes, and then all of it could be overshadowed by a major loss. You had Jared Martini win the heavyweight title, had an 8-0 decision in the finals. Justin Bullock was second at 175 pounds, and he lost 4-1 to Gavin Galetta from Phillipsburg. No shame in that.
Not at all.
Colin Smyth, he lost a close one, 6-4, and took second at 157 pounds. Nico Gonzalez lost 5-4 and ended up the runner-up at 215 pounds. That was a rematch of the third-place bout at States last year.
Oh, wow.
Which was also a close loss for Gonzalez. But the one that has to be dominating the thoughts if you're Mount Olive is Anthony Piemonte having to default his semifinal match due to an injury. So he defaults the semi, ends up sliding down to the 4-5 match.
Right.
5-6 match. 5-6 match. Math am hard. 5-6 match. And then he ends up forfeiting that.
And what I think you'll find with, again, Piemonte probably not going to be go tonight. Mount Olive also does have
You had 3 sets of stands, two tiers of them,
right,
and they were steep,
Yeah.
and you were right on top of the match.
Wow.
It was a great place. You can fit more people here.
Yep.
But there we, kind of like if you watch the old Top Rank Boxing or whatnot, the Blue Horizon in Philly, or a place like that. The old New Haven Coliseum was like that.
Love to wrestle in places like that,
where you were literally on top of the match.
Right on top of the match. That makes for some exciting, especially in high school and collegiate dual meets when their fans are right on top of the action. But you were a Mount Olive alum.
I am a Mount Olive alum.
That couldn't have been that many years ago that you were here.
A lot longer than I care to admit. Class of 1983.
There you go. There you go.
My brother did wrestle here. He was the only one. My youngest brother, Jeff, he was the only one of the 3.
So these Marauders should be coming out soon. I see them all bouncing up and down over there in the corner of the gym, ready to get out here on the mat and get their warm-up started.
And they come out, and it's a great reception here. Again, our sponsors, the sponsors for GardenStateHSWrestling.com are Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Performance Trophies and Medals, Estabilt Wrestling Club, and Garden State Athletic Network. The local sponsors tonight are 19th Hole Golf Simulators, Pro Automotive of New Jersey, Ginza Bar Restaurant and Sushi of Mount Olive, Market Tavern of Flanders, Palumbo's Barbershop, Our Post Heating and Air Conditioning, Anthony Franco's Pizza of Sparta, Sunnyside Landscaping, and Ivy Rehab of Sparta. Lights going down. The cheerleaders clearing the mat and lining up. And we are about to see the Marauders run onto the mat here at MOHS for the first time in 2025-26.
And as an athlete, this is a time where you got that nervous energy going. Honestly, if you're not nervous, there's something wrong with you. We got a great crowd here. Everyone's going to be in for a real tough fight here. So the nerves and the jitters are going. But here's when you want to try to get them out. Get a good warm-up in. Get a good sweat going. Be ready for your match. You don't want to go in cold. And here they come. While we're waiting for them, John will just mention that tonight's referees will be Anthony Zullo and Russ Scarice. Russ comes to us with 32 years experience as a carded official, and not to be outdone, but Anthony Zullo comes in with 34 years as a carded official. So the state gave us two of their top officials for this great dual meet, and we couldn't be happier to have both of these guys running this match.
I think you're hard-pressed to find a more even matchup tonight, and to have a matchup that could impact the top 20 as much as this one tonight can. And here come the Marauders.
And as you can see, you can tell right away, we know there's only 14 weight classes, John, but of course they're going to come out here with a lot more wrestlers. You don't know what moves are going to be to be made during the bout. If they want to change around some weight classes, you got to have a bunch of guys weighed in at each weight class just to give the coach a little flexibility as the match progresses. Things change, as you know, as this dual meet goes on.
And they have great numbers, which helps you. It helps you in the times that the spectator doesn't see. It helps you in the wrestling room. It helps you in the weight room. It helps drive you when you're running stairs with your teammates. Just the more wrestlers you can get, the better off you're going to be. And, you know, we talked about Cole Rebels coming up as a freshman. It's a great feeder program, and that only makes for a better high school program.
And exactly what you said, and we were talking about the injuries at the top of the program. Having those numbers, having a deep room, what does it become? It comes next man up. Who's your next guy that's going to step up when one of your hammers might be out? You need someone that's tough, not going to give up big bonus points, and is going to wrestle hard. And that person that's got to step up, who might not be a starter, has to be ready to go. You got to be in shape. You got to be in condition. You can't just assume you're not going to get your shot, because you never know when that shot's going to come.
No, it's similar to football in that sense. You know, you better be paying attention in practice, and you better be paying attention on game night.
Absolutely.
Because you never know when the call's coming.
It's winter time. It's the holidays, John. You got illness, battling. You got injuries early in the season. We all know it's time for sinuses, flu, all this other stuff. So you always got to be ready to step up.
If it's the holidays, I'm not making weight. I'll tell you that right now.
You and me both, brother.
I will tell you that. Mount Olive warming up. We're going to start tonight at 138 pounds.
Oh, okay.
According to the, well, I'm going to assume that because it's what's up on the board, but that's bit me before because it's been the last JV weight class that went up, and I just made the assumption. But what are we looking at there if it does start 138?
So what I would look for here is both teams are really strong in the middle to upper weights. Once we get the announcements as to who is coming out, we'll get a better sense of what the individual match is going to be. But once we get into that 130s, 140s, 150s and up, both of these teams have real great strengths. If you can see back to the Pope John match when they beat Immaculata, once we got to 157, I think they reeled off 4 or 5 pins in a row, to be honest.
In that Immaculata match, they dropped the first 3 and they trailed 15-0. You got to 138 because they started at 120. Frank Spagnola gets a pin and puts the Lions on the board. They drop the next 2 to go 26-6 and then reel off 6 straight wins. We are going to pause for the playing of the national anthem. National anthem is done. Now we'll get ready for the introductions. John Kovach, Thomas Farquhar here at Mount Olive High School. Coach John at Mount Olive. Thomas, one thing I do want to touch on. No major rule changes like the ones that changed the foundation of wrestling going into last season. But I think what was changed last season, we kind of want to review because it's such a big deal and it changed the way things are done in certain strategies.
Absolutely. So to your point, John, no major rule changes this year. The major rule changes happened 2 years ago. So as far as high school, they were trying to mirror the collegiate rules. So we have the 1 point of contact in bounds, where they're basically expanding the area of the wrestling mat. So if a wrestler just has 1 foot in, we are still wrestling. So referees, you're going to see referees letting the match go a lot more in the out of bounds. When you think the kids look completely out of the wrestling area, as long as one person's foot is in, we're going to continue wrestling.
And that's allowed a lot more. And I think the other big one was the 3-point takedown. It allows a takedown and cut, and I still have a point cushion in there to play with.
That's the second big rule change, again, from 2 years ago. The 3-point takedown. High school was traditionally a 2-point takedown, but the rules committees felt it just made a lot more sense, keep the action going, to make a takedown 3 points while keeping an escape at 1 point. And it does encourage a lot more taking down and letting go of the opponent, which just, that leads to more action, which is what fans want, which is what people in the gym want, and what coaches want as well. And then the third rule change I'll just touch on quick, John, as they're still doing the introductions, is the near fall points awarded now. So it used to be you would either get 2 points near fall or 3 based on the count by the referee swiping his arms. Now the rule has been changed to 2 swipes of the referee's arm after the wrestler breaks the 45-degree angle on his back will be 2 points. 3 swipes is 3 points. Now you will see the big addition. If the referee swipes 4 times, there can be a 4-point near fall. So think of that scoring, John. You take a man down and you take him to his back. 3-point takedown, 4-point near fall. You could be up 7-0 in a real hurry. Points are going to come fast.
You're almost halfway to attack.
Halfway to attack. Yep. And like we said at the top, bonus points are going to matter. And for any of the fans that are watching, if I keep referencing bonus points, when your wrestler wins a match, if he wins it by less than 8 points, which is a regular decision, it's 3 team points. If you win your individual match by greater than 8 points, it's considered a major decision. You get your team 4 points. If you're able to take a match and win it by 15 points, that is a technical fall. You get your team 5 points. And last but not least, of course, for the pin, you get 6 points.
Now, knowing how important bonus points are going to be tonight, do you expect to see a greater sense of urgency in the individual matches?
I really do. That is such an excellent point. That's been in the back of my mind as we've been prepping for this match. You're going to see a sense of urgency on both sides. Your hammers, your studs in the lineup that are supposed to get you 6, they're, of course, going to have a sense of urgency to get that 6 or get that tech fall. But on the flip side of that, John, you might have guys that are outmatched on the mat. Their goal, their sense of urgency is to not get pinned, not give up the big bonus points. Fight, keep hands, hand control. You got to be smart because you do not want to give up those extra bonus points. So it's going to work both ways. A lot of strategy comes in when you're talking bonus points in a real tight duel like tonight's is going to be.
Coaches and captains meeting in the center circle. Sean Smyth, the coach for Mount Olive. Mark Piotrowski for Pope John.
And what they're doing right now, they're flipping the disc. This decides who has the odd and even bouts. And for any fans at home that might not understand that, so if your team gets choice, you have the choice of, do you want to send your wrestler out first in the odd-numbered bouts, meaning the first bout, the third bout, the fifth bout, or would you like to send your wrestler out first for the even bouts? Now that is where a lot of the dual meet strategy comes into place. It's always better to see what wrestler they're putting out first, then you can counter with your wrestler who you think is the best matchup, because sometimes you have multiple options.
Pope John won the toss. They chose the odd bouts.
We're at 138 pounds.
So Frankie Spagnola versus Shane Costacos at 138 pounds to start us off tonight. Pope John in the blue, gold cross, white trim, white headgear, Mount Olive to black with gold and red, white trim. Costacos is wearing red headgear.
Oh, and we got a headlock.
Big move and 3 points for Costacos.
He came out swinging, John. He was going for the fences with a headlock.
And now Spagnola had a big pin to get Pope John on the board against Immaculata. Also had a pin in their win over Kellenberg, New York. Mount Olive, the red.
Costacos has been controlling his opponent so far since he's had him on the mat. Looks like he's going to try to put on a good solid ride.
35 seconds to go in the first period. Costacos of Mount Olive with a 3-0 lead on an early takedown. Working the ankle now and trying to turn. 2-point reversal now for Spagnola. Cuts it to 3-2. And Spagnola is getting himself in a position of power here. Coming up on 10 seconds to go in the first period.
Very important. That late scoring, late in a period is crucial. Mount Olive could have came out of this first period with a 3-0 lead. Instead, now we have a 3-2 match just like that. Late period scoring, crucial in these matches.
3-2 in favor of Shane Costacos of Mount Olive. You're watching Pope John at Mount Olive on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. John Kovach, Thomas Farquhar here at mat side. Costacos will be on bottom. Spagnola on top to start this second period.
Costacos looking for a switch there, but Pope John wrestler fouled nicely.
Spagnola blocked that well.
Yep.
Now he's trying to bar the left arm. He's going to cut him now and make it a 4-2 match.
Just what we were talking about in the pregame.
Because the takedown will put him in the lead by 1, 5-4. Very methodical stalks by both as we come up on 1:20 to go in the second period. This is our first match, 138 pounds.
And John, I'm liking the approach by both wrestlers. As you say, they're being methodical. The moment's not too big for either of them. They seem to be holding center. And just, of course, as I say that, Costacos backs out of bounds, and referee Anthony Zullo hits him for a stall call. So we have a stall warning on Costacos from Mount Olive.
(4-2) in favor of Costacos. Just under a minute to go in the second period. Driving toward the edge and getting 3 for the takedown was Spagnola for Pope John. And now he has that 5-4 lead we talked about.
Yep. And as you can see here, they're still wrestling on out of bounds. Unless somebody's hand or anything hits the gym floor, they're going to keep wrestling with just 1 foot in. Referee's going to let this go. We may end up with a stalemate here, but as you can see, they're going to let them wrestle on the out of bounds. So as a competitor, you got to keep wrestling to that whistle.
30 seconds left in the second period. 5-2 in favor of Spagnola of Pope John. He's on top in the blue. Shane Costacos in the black with red and gold trim from Mount Olive. Had the early lead. Tries to switch and turn into it. He's caught by Spagnola. Costacos does have both legs now. That might give him something to work with, Thomas.
Yep. Spaulding still holding on, but yep, there's the reversal. True reversal for Costacos. Well done.
Back in the lead by 1, 6-5.
6-5.
As we hit the final 2 seconds, 1 after 2, 6-5 in favor of Shane Costacos of Mount Olive.
What did we just talk about at the end of that first period? Late period scoring. Here it just happened again. A late reversal with just seconds left. You really want to try to hold on there as best you can. Of course, you know, sometimes you're going to give it up, but late period scoring is crucial.
Costacos will be on top to start this third period. He leads by 1. This the first match. And a caution on setting up in the referee's position properly.
Correct. 1 point match, third period here.
Trying to power out of it, Spagnola. Costacos working tight waist, but he may have pulled Spagnola down on top of him. I think that was perhaps the only counter that Costacos had, was to roll into a prone position and now try to reestablish his base from the ground. 2-point reversal gives Spagnola a 7-6 lead, coming up on a minute and a half to go in regulation. We're at 138 pounds. And now here you're talking not just about bonus points, you're talking about whatever points you can get in this opening contest.
Absolutely. Spagnola's got, Pope John wrestler's got to keep his hips up here. He does not want to get underneath and get stepped over. It looks like he's keeping good pressure forward.
Has a good tight waist in though.
He sure does. Good pressure. As long as he stays up off his knees, should keep the referees away from him from a stalling perspective. And we might have some back points here.
He keeps the feet moving, he'll be all right. Now trying to turn.
Here's what I talked about. Keep those hips up, Pope John.
45 seconds to go in regulation, 7-6 for Frank Spagnola of Pope John. He's on top.
I think we're going to have a stalemate here, and we do.
There you go. Stalemate. And I'm sorry, after the way they were locked up, this opens up scoring opportunities for both of them.
Absolutely does. And we got to remember, we did have a stall warning on the Mount Olive wrestler. Let's see if that comes back to bite him in these last 30 seconds.
Costacos really doesn't have the luxury of waiting here.
He does not.
He's got 30 seconds now to get 1 point to force overtime, 2 to try to win this match that he led early on. They're trying on the Mount Olive sideline to cheer him on, to tell him to get to his base, but he's not able to really do anything the way Spagnola's riding him.
Good
5 seconds.
Good solid ride by Spagnola, and he's going to finish up and win 7-6. Well done.
Don't tell me a close, low-scoring match can't be entertaining. That was a great match between Frank Spagnola and Shane Costacos. 7-6 for Spagnola and a 3-0 lead for Pope John after 138 pounds here on the Garden State Wrestling, GardenStateHSWrestling.com.
And I could tell by the coaches and the way the wrestlers on the benches were reacting, that is a match they both really thought they needed to have. You can just sense it. That was one of those toss-ups that we talk about often, a 50-50 match potentially, that both teams were thinking they needed.
On to 144.
So now you'll see the wrestler that just checked in from Mount Olive. The Pope John coach wants to know who exactly it is. That'll determine who he puts out for his next bout, as both these teams will have multiple guys in each weight class.
Michael Marston for Pope John, Thomas McDonald for Mount Olive. Marston in the blue with white trim, the gold cross on the back. McDonald, the predominantly black with red and gold trim. Upper body struggle here in the opening half minute of the match. I have to say that Marston has the better position here with the arms.
He absolutely does. He's got that front headlock. What he wouldn't want to do there is crash down a little bit more, but McDonald's able to get out of it because that front headlock position is a great position of advantage.
Has to wear you down.
Oh, and it wears you down. Great point. It really does. Lower back, neck, you keep getting pounded on. That comes back to haunt you later in the match.
Minute left in the first round here at 144 pounds. 3-0 in favor of Pope John. You're watching GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Pope John versus Mount Olive, live from Mount Olive High School in Flanders, New Jersey.
Good shot by McDonald. He's a little extended here now. Marston defended that well. You can see he's sinking those hips as low as he can.
Oh, yeah. Great old school sprawl.
That's it, a good old-fashioned sprawl.
You can do a lot of different things. There's a stalemate called. There's a lot you could do. But if somebody shoots a single or a double, I can't see many counters better than just going dead weight on the upper body and kicking the legs back.
Kicking those legs back. And then looking to score off of that. You become in the position of advantage once you fight off that initial shot by your opponent. It's a great scoring opportunity once you get your hips back.
They start neutral. 15 seconds left in the first period. No score. Measuring each other. A little bit of hand fighting. 5 seconds to go in the first. And we're going to go to the second period. No score. Tonight's match brought to you by 19th Hole Golf Simulators. Pro Automotive of New Jersey, Ginza Bar, Restaurant, and Sushi of Mount Olive, Market Tavern of Flanders, Palumbo's Barbershop, Our Post, Heating and Air Conditioning, Anthony Franco's Pizza of Sparta, Sunnyside Landscaping, and Ivy Rehab of Sparta. Marston on top as we start second period. No points yet. They're on the edge. Swinging his hips around is McDonald. He's trying to steal the points here. Cross face is in.
I think it's imminent here. Yep.
2 for the reversal.
Well done.
McDonald on the board with a minute and a half to go in the second period. We're at 144 pounds.
Really nice job, McDonald, with that switch. That real hard cross face is what got him those 2 points.
He was aggressive and yet patient.
Yep.
He got himself in the position he needed to get in and then waited for the scoring opportunity to develop and finished it. And now he's holding that position of superiority. They're very close to the edge with a minute to go in this second round. He leads 2-0. Does McDonald will restart with 58 seconds to go.
And you'll see right there, referee Russ Scarice, even though the wrestlers were still considered in bounds, we really were not going anywhere, so he just blew it dead as a stalemate.
And I think that was the right call. Nobody was going anywhere out of that position.
Nobody was going anywhere. We were so close to the out of bounds in the gym floor. Good call. Keep the action going.
Right. You were 2 steps from having all 4 contact points out of bounds. Let's just restart it and save the wrestling time.
Could not agree more.
We restart with McDonald on top, powering to his bases is Marston. Marston tried to peel off that tight waist. Can't do it.
Yep, good return.
And corkscrewed back to the ground by McDonald. No points on that. Still 2-0 in McDonald's favor. Trying to work, looks like an arm bar to the near side. Trying to go cross face from the far side.
This is a good hard ride here. Like you said, arm bar. He could be pulling back here for some potential exposure, and I think he might get it. Referee's going to start.
There's one swipe. Looking for the angle. 10 seconds to go in the period. We're getting some swipes. Rolling back out of it. And 4 points for Thomas McDonald of Mount Olive late in the period. Extends his lead to 6-0.
What have we been talking about? I think we have a theme going here. Late period scoring. Every period there's been scoring right at the end. That is huge.
No matter the sport, late period scoring
You're right.
is a big momentum builder, a momentum killer. And we've had more of it in the first 2 matches. And we've got a
looks like a poke in the eye.
I can't tell if it's an eye poke or a butt of heads.
Looked like an eye poke.
I thought it was an eye poke, but I didn't have a great angle on it. We are going to go to an injury timeout.
Interesting.
GardenStateHSWrestling.com is brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Performance Trophies and Medals, Estamilt Wrestling Club, and the Garden State Athletic Network. Follow us on social media, on Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com, on X, formerly Twitter, at GardenStateHSW, on Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling. We're on YouTube at Garden State HS Wrestling. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. We are at Mount Olive High School in Flanders, New Jersey. Pope John from Sparta with a 3-0 lead early on against the Mount Olive Marauders in a matchup of top 20 teams. Coming out aggressive on the restart was Marston, but they're out of bounds close to the cheerleaders.
Yeah, Marston did come out aggressive there. He sees the situation. We're going
to have a blood stoppage again.
Looks like we're going to have a blood stoppage. Just an interesting note, John, if you remember, it goes years back, but I'm an old guy like you. When you used to have blood time and injury time, you were not allowed to coach your wrestler during those injury timeouts. No. Now you can. The rule has changed.
And it goes both ways. The I don't want to say offender, but the person who's not hurt is getting coached up by his.
Absolutely.
And the athlete who's getting treatment is getting coached at the same time.
Yeah, so they knew it was always going on. It was something that was so hard to police, and they finally just made the right decision. The rules committee, you can coach during it.
Are you saying, because this is big, this is one of those ones that's going to end up on the mothership, are you saying that coaches use times that they might not be allowed to coach to try to get information to their athletes? Because I will take the fifth on ever having done it in 30 years of football.
I will say that coaches will look for advantages whenever they can find them. Having been a coach myself, as you mentioned, of course you want that little advantage. And coaches were always looking for that advantage way back then. I think they just realized there was nothing they could do about it.
Exactly.
Let them coach. Let them coach them while they're hurt.
Exactly.
All right, Mars.
Minute and a half.
He's hanging in tough.
Left in the third period. 6-0 for McDonald. But this match isn't over with the 3-point takedowns. Marston could still make something happen.
Absolutely.
3-0 the early lead for Pope John. We've got a stall warning against McDonald of Mount Olive.
Ooh,
now he's driving his legs through here. He's got 3. He's got it up to a 9-0 lead. And there's the pin. That's leg drive. That's nothing but leg drive.
He wore him down, drove forward. What a big 6 points.
Thomas McDonald, let's take a look at the replay. Break this down for us, Thomas.
So right here, we're on the out of bounds, but drives him right back in. I don't know if the Pope John wrestler let up a little bit, but then he just crept right towards the head, held him down. Nice, easy pin there. We were real close to the out of bounds. You wonder sometimes wrestlers relax a little bit on the out of bounds because that was a bit unexpected for me. I thought this match was going to go the distance and be a tough one.
Yeah, do you think that he was expecting a stoppage for out of bounds? And then I talk about leg drive. I spent a ton of time as a line coach when I did football, and so much of football you see in wrestling, it's just keeping those feet moving. And it was McDonald driving those legs and never stopping and just barrels him over.
Absolutely, and I got to say that I can't speak for the wrestler, but I do, like you said, I sense that he might have been expecting an out-of-bounds call there. You got cheerleaders right on the edge of the mat. You're so close to them, but points of contact stayed in bounds. You got to keep wrestling.
150 pounds on the mat now.
Both wrestlers holding center right now. Pope John wrestler in solid. Oh, that's a beautiful takedown. Head up, driving, and throwing that leg in. Beautiful start to the match for Pope John. Really solid ride here. Pope John wrestler with good pressure forward. We still got 3-0 lead. Looks like he's going to cut him. So now we're up to 3-1. Talked about this earlier in the broadcast. You might see a lot of this takedown, let him go to try to build your lead. So we're at 3-1, Pope John here. Again, both wrestlers holding center well. The Pope John wrestler definitely being the aggressor here. In on another shot.
Daniel Arroyo of Pope John with a 3-1 lead. Make it 6-1 after that takedown.
Arroyo looks very solid here. I'm going to tell you that right now.
He is up against Noah Castillo of Mount Olive. Another 3, and it's just cut and takedown. We talked about that earlier.
Yep.
And suddenly it's a 9-3 match. You're more than, you're halfway to a tech. And another stoppage.
More blood.
Trying to remember, because I was at this match last year here. And I think there were similarly a lot of blood stoppages. 9-3 the score in favor of Daniel Arroyo of Pope John.
My sense, John, here would be, just by the way this match is going, this is a match Pope John is looking for bonus points. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I think this is a match that they're definitely looking for bonus points from a Pope John perspective. Again, by the taking him down and letting him go early in this match, he's looking to build his lead and hopefully at least get his team 5 or 6.
Own a local business, become a sponsor. Sponsorship or opportunities are available for team pages and live stream coverage. Click on your logo here button on your team's page or send an email to admin@GardenStateHSWrestling.com. 19th Hole Golf Simulators, Pro Automotive of New Jersey, Ginza Bar Restaurant and Sushi of Mount Olive, Market Tavern of Flanders, Palumbo's Barbershop, Our Post Heating and Air Conditioning, Anthony Franco's Pizza of Sparta, Sunnyside Landscaping, and Ivy Rehab. They all did. They're sponsoring tonight as Garden State HS Wrestling brings you this top 20 matchup. Pope John at Mount Olive, John Kovach, Thomas Farquhar. They're calling the trainer back out for more blood cleanup.
Right. And this is referee's time here, so this is not taken away from any of the competitors' blood time. Because once they consider it cleanup time, there is no clock on that.
6-3 the score in favor of Mount Olive. 9-3 the score in this match in favor of Pope John's Arroyo. Yeah, that's where I was going.
You're good.
Thanks for spotting, though.
You're a pro.
I was doing team first.
Well done.
I was doing team first.
Why did I doubt you?
That's all right.
Oh, come on.
No, I'd rather you say something. Believe me, I'd rather you say something. They start neutral, pulling a single leg is Arroyo, and we've got a potentially dangerous hold stoppage.
Yeah, that was on the knee of Arroyo. You'll see there's been a lot of change in the last couple of years in wrestling. I'm sure you noticed it, John. There's a lot of what we call funk wrestling, a lot of scrambles, a lot of holding on to ankles, diving over the top, and it does put a lot of pressure and it puts you in a lot of awkward situation with your knees. Referees really got to be on top of that.
9-3, Daniel Arroyo of Pope John has used a 3-point takedown and a takedown and cut strategy to build a lead. Now he just got poked in the eye. We're going to have another stoppage.
We got it all going on.
4 seconds in. Restart from neutral. Stiff arm by Arroyo. Castillo looks like he's trying to win the hand fight and swing his hips behind him. But he got caught by Arroyo. Arroyo has the single leg now, driving the ankle through. That's another 3. That's a 12-3 lead for the Pope John wrestler.
Real slick move by Arroyo. A little pass by, a little duck under to a single, change off to a double, kept his head up, back straight. Real good technique there.
Illegal hold called and a point awarded
I did
to
not see
Noah
it.
Castillo. I didn't either.
I did not see it.
What they call. And a neutral conceded, makes it 12-5, but he's hoping to shoot like he does, take the double. There he gets the 3 points, and his lead's back up to 10. Arroyo with a 15-5 lead. Another cut. He's going to go for another takedown. It's 15-6. And he has Castillo of Mount Olive in a position where he really can't do much. Now 18-6, lead up to 12. He's going to cut him and shoot the double immediately. It's 18-7. 21-7 now.
They don't want the tech fall. They want the pin.
The team score is 6-3.
They are looking out. They want the pin.
We're in the second period, 35 seconds to go. I can't believe we're still in the second. Another double leg by Arroyo.
It's not going to give him the points there. He said the wrestler did not get free, so he never gave the escape. So it's still in control for St. John.
Now
Pope John.
a 1 point, and then the takedown, and that's going to end it at 24-8, a 16-point margin, but a tech fall and an 8-6 lead for Pope John.
And I'll tell you, I thought Arroyo did a fantastic job there. Real slick, built up his lead. But hey, let's give credit to Castillo. He just saved his team a point. Did not get pinned, fought hard. You mentioned his hand fighting ability in the beginning of the match. He helped his team right there by not giving up a fall for 6 points, only 5 points.
Now, how much is that akin to keeping it a one-score game, the one-score game you talk about in football? Because now Mount Olive, with a simple decision, can take a 9-8 lead again.
Correct.
At
That's
157
exactly right.
pounds.
Exactly right.
Colin Smyth for Mount Olive. Braden Lumbreglia for Pope John here at 157 pounds. Pope John's just taken an 8-6 lead. Smyth was runner-up down at Southern. The victim of a takedown as Lumbreglia takes an early 3-0 lead 30 seconds in.
And John, we talked about this early in the broadcast. 157. Here's where they started with their pins versus that tough Immaculata squad. So we got some real strength coming up here for the Pope John squad. Not that Mount Olive doesn't have strength in their upper weights either, but we're going to see some crucial bouts here coming up.
Lumbreglia on the back trying to keep Smyth down. Smyth trying to get a 4-point base. Minute left to go in this first period.
So right here, as you can see, there's a foot in. They're going to let him wrestle unless there's no improvement here. As long as that foot is in, referee Russ Scarice is going to let the action continue unless he feels there's just nowhere to go. Foot is still in. We continue. He's trying to drag him in. You can still score here.
35 seconds to go in the first period. 3-0 in favor of Braden Lumbreglia of Pope John. We get to stoppage now.
Got a good crowd here tonight, John, I'll tell you.
They draw well.
They really do.
And Pope John travels well. You've got a section all in blue right by the Pope John bench.
Yep.
Rolling through. Lumbreglia takes Smyth. Smyth down on the mat. I think he's trying to. Yeah, he's got the tilt working. Smyth's got to get himself, and he's grabbing for ankle.
I don't think he got any backs.
Back. He didn't. He didn't get himself over far enough. Good counter by Smyth to keep it 3-0. 3 seconds to go in the first period. 2, 1. Lumbreglia with a 3-0 lead for Pope John after the first period at 157 pounds.
And that's a great example right there. A lot of fans, when they watch matches, whether it's on TV, on the web, or in person, they're always looking for back points. Your back has to break the 45-degree angle. That is close. That is both shoulders really close to the mat. So when they're 90 degrees, there are no swipes. You got to break a 45. So both those shoulders got to get close.
They'll start neutral. Smyth fakes a shot. Locked up top. Smyth pushes him forward, and the 3 goes.
Ew.
Oh, they corrected it. They put up the 3 with the green band, but they just corrected it. It's 3 for Smyth, and we're tied at 3, 16 seconds into the second period here at 157 pounds.
Beautiful takedown right on the out of bounds, right in front of us here at the head table.
And again, it's not stopping near the boundary. It's running through the boundary.
Absolutely.
Smyth's trying to get a tight waist. He's got a hand across the chest, trying to pull Lumbreglia down. Lumbreglia now has Smyth's left leg. He's pulling that taut.
He's going to look to get his head in between and look up to the ceiling, which is what he should be, waterfall position. Now he's going to look to pop his head. Nope.
Smyth has the left ankle, though. Both hands on that. Push him back with his leg is Lumbreglia, and he's got him in a predicament. Smyth's in trouble here.
This is getting interesting.
It's really, I'm kind of surprised they haven't tapped yet. And a 2-point reversal is all that comes out of that, and a 5-3 lead for Lumbreglia. That was close.
That looked close to me, too.
Pope John was looking for the hand to hit the mat.
That looked close for a defensive pin.
30 seconds to go in this second period. Working the tight waist. Lumbreglia. Smyth trying to hold his base. Now he's trying to peel a hand off. 10 seconds to go. Smyth trying to get an escape or anything, just get to a base here.
This is critical.
I think he's safer to just avoid a stall and just work his way through it, and that's what he does. 5-3 in favor of Braden Lumbreglia of Pope John against Colin Smyth of Mount Olive here at 157 pounds. We'll start neutral again.
That was an interesting decision by the Mount Olive wrestler to go neutral. Typically, you do always want to go down and get that point, but some advanced scouting, they may know that Lumbreglia is a hammer on top, and they did not want to go underneath them. But if you don't have the ability to take down and get out, you're giving up a point every match.
Does neutral put you in a better position to get the 3-point takedown and take a 6-5 lead here?
It does. That's a great point, and that is part of all the scouting these coaches do, which you'd be amazed how much scouting is done. They were a little leery about putting their wrestler underneath, and again, to your point exactly, down by 2, let the takedown, give yourself a 1-point lead, and then if you do give up an escape, we're going to overtime.
If you're Smyth of Mount Olive and you spent so much time on the bottom position in that second period, does starting neutral help you have a little bit of a breather too?
It definitely does. Being on bottom with someone with all that pressure on you, like we talked about before, and the neutral when someone's pulling down on your head, pulling down on your neck, the pressure underneath to keep building up your base really wears you down. So yeah, now you can gather yourself a little bit, get ready for your charge. We got a minute to go. You want to get started here soon. You don't want to wait too long.
5-3 in favor of Lumbreglia. He gets
pick.
A stall warning, an ankle pick. Smyth is trying to finish a takedown here.
Oh, great opportunity that he missed there. He still might finish this, but man, he had him on his backside for a second. Did not finish.
Each has a handful of the other's hamstring, trying to get some position here. Driving toward the boundary, Lumbreglia. 29 seconds to go. They're going to stop it and go to a restart with 28 seconds to go.
What an opportunity for Smyth that was missed there. We'll see if it comes back to bite him.
Team score 8-6 in favor of Pope John. Match score 5-3 in favor of Lumbreglia of Pope John. The crowd into it. Pulling the leg in is Smyth. He's driving forward, and he gets the 3. He takes the lead 6-5. 15 seconds to go. Trying to hold on to the top position. We're inside 10 seconds. Smyth may have eked this out. 5, 3, 2, 1.
What a win.
Smyth with the late takedown. He is jacked.
This place just exploded.
The hometown crowd. Let's watch the replay on this. That right leg of Lumbreglia just hung out there a little
Hung
too
out there a little
long.
long. He got it, scooped it up, kept it high, kept driving forward. Got Lumbreglia onto his hip, kept driving forward, got the 3.
Smyth just grabbed that for all he was worth when he realized that leg was there, and he wins 157, 6-5, 9-8.
Oh, that's a big one, John. That's a big one right there, I can tell.
We're on to 165 pounds.
And we got some Italian music playing here.
Don Brower always likes this. Coppolo for Mount Olive.
Both wrestlers holding center here, nice. Little hand fight, getting used to each other a little bit.
Katsigiannis for Pope John. I would like to buy a vowel. 165 pounds, 9-8, a 1-point lead for the host.
Wow.
After that 1-point win by Colin Smyth at 157 pounds. Hand fighting, going for wrist control. Shooting for the double. Castigiannis. Coppolo trying to power his way up.
Waterfall position, want to get his head up. He wants to look for the ceiling. Pop his head, spike the ankle. This should be 3.
There it is, 3 points for Castigiannis.
Well done.
Trying to get to a base.
Looks like a cradler here. I see a cradle.
It's where he was going.
He was going, for sure.
He was trying to create that.
Gonna keep an eye on that.
He's got ankle. Now he's working far like cross face. There he goes again. Yeah, he keeps going cross face and far thigh, and that's the foundation of a cradle right there.
Oh, Bo Cradley's got it locked up. It's locked
he
up.
might have it.
This is trouble.
He's got the leg. He's got the cradle in.
He knows what he's doing.
Through Coppolo.
Now what he wants to do here, John, he wants to throw his hips back over the top. Oh, but he broke the grip. Nice job.
Lost. He got 4 back points, though,
Yep.
and a 7-0 lead. There's the 3-point takedown, the 4 back points, and a 7-0 lead for Castigiannis of Pope John. This is one of those matches that, on a team level, could get 1-2 points each way and just go back and forth for the rest of the night.
Absolutely.
And make for really interesting duel. They opt for neutral.
It's a few times now wrestlers have chose neutral. Goes back to our point about trying to build your lead with these 3-point takedowns. So I think you will start to see a lot more wrestlers taking the neutral position.
Unless I was really, really good, and there's going to be another 3 for Castigiannis. Unless I knew I was really good at getting the reversal from the bottom position, I would go neutral and go for the 3-point takedown.
3-point takedown has changed a lot of strategy. Absolutely.
A James Clark sighting here in Mount Olive.
Hello, James.
Apparently they're not watching the Borders as well as I expected tonight.
He's going to cut him again.
Oh, absolutely. Lets him up. 10-1. You're in major decision territory now with less than a minute, 50 seconds to go in the second period. Shooting for the single leg, Castigiannis. Coppolo powers out, working ahead. Sprawl there to escape that single leg. 35 seconds to go in the second period. 10-1 the lead for Katsigiannis. Driving through that, doesn't finish the takedown.
I tell you, Coppolo's doing a nice job here. He's fighting, getting some hands, trying to hold center, doing a nice job. Because we know Katsigiannis, we can tell he's looking for the bonus points. He's looking to lock up that cradle again.
Stall warning against Coppolo. We're at 165 pounds, 10-1. Make it 13.
That was slick.
Make it 13 with that duck around takedown by Castigiannis, excuse me. I knew I'd butcher it.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one.
It's not an easy name. It's a lot of Scrabble points here.
It's going to take neutral. Pope John wrestler, I'll say, so I don't have to say Castigiannis.
You can do that. You're the color. You're the commentator. I gotta hope I'm right with the name. And I apologize in advance when I mispronounce. 13-1 in favor of Castigiannis.
Takedown does it. He wants to look for a cradle before he gets that takedown.
There's the takedown. And a tech fall 16-1. Going to make it 13-9 in favor of the Lions. But that's twice now that they've wanted the pin, that it's ended on a tech fall. And is that a backdoor way that this could hurt a team, Thomas?
Absolutely.
Where I want that 6.
Those are match points.
I just don't have the time. I pile up my points and I just can't do anything.
Yeah, you got to make sure, of course, that you get that tech fall and secure those 5 points. But of course, you want the pin. But hey, we got to give credit to Coppolo from Mount Olive, and I think the other Mount Olive wrestler, I can't remember the name, same thing, did not give up the pin. Coppolo was in that tight bow cradle early in the match. He fought his way out, got out of it, did not give up 6, saved his team a point. That's twice now. So if you have a 1-point match, look no further than guys staying off their back as a reason your team could win.
175 on the mat now.
For the Lions, 75 pounds, Lumbreglia. For the Marauders, Hayek.
Okay, we're at 175.
Zach Lumbreglia for Pope John and Stephen Kovach for Mount Olive. And right now what we're seeing is Kovach with a front headlock, trying to keep his legs away. His team has just fallen behind by 4, 13-9. We're at 175 pounds. We started the night at 138. Tied up. Kovach for Mount Olive in the black with the red. Zach Lumbreglia, the second Lumbreglia we've seen wrestle tonight. And Hayek for Mount Olive.
Yeah, both wrestlers, again, presenting themselves well, holding center.
No points so far. We're inside 30 seconds to go.
Yep, there goes
in the
coat.
first period. Yeah, the coat's going. It's getting a little warm.
Mine's about to come off as well. I'm starting to sweat. So you know what? You see the referee getting down. What he's looking for there is just looking underneath that front headlock, making sure the arm is not across the throat. So it's a point of emphasis for referees to make sure that no one is getting choked out under there, which can happen really quick.
Scoreless after 1 at 175 pounds. 13-9 in favor of Pope John here at Mount Olive High School. John Kovach, Thomas Farquhar, I say that right?
Beautiful. Perfect.
I hope so.
You are saying it perfect.
I hope so. Big mat return by Hayek. Hasn't gotten points out of it yet. Going for the crossface. He's under the chin. Cuts him loose, and it's a 1-point escape and a 1-0 lead for Lumbreglia, Zach Lumbreglia of Pope John.
And you have to say my name right. My mom's watching this telecast, so she will be all over that if you are not saying Farquhar correct.
Sorry, Tom's mom.
I sense we got a tight one right here this bout.
Good match.
I'm just feeling like we're coming down to the wire with this one.
I think it's going to get tighter as we get higher in the weight class. And then it's going to come down to some quick moves at the lower weights to decide this. I mean, this is all upper body stuff. There goes the headgear. And the stoppage with 1:02 left in the second period. A 1-0 lead for Zach Lumbreglia.
And what you'll also see, John, aside from if you have some mismatches, it won't be the case. But in general, as the team match gets tighter and later, the wrestlers get a little tighter, a little more hesitant on their shots, and that keeps those scores really tight because they're afraid to make a mistake sometimes. So you're going to see matches just continue to tighten up as long as this dual meet is as tight as it is.
Zach Lumbreglia tries to shoot the single, doesn't get there. Hayek holds it off. We get a stoppage. Yeah, it is getting outright hot in this gym.
It is.
And it's generally not. That or I'm getting whatever's going around school, which I really hope is not the case. Because everything is going around school.
No, it absolutely is. At every school.
Everything.
Nice shot.
Stall warning against Hayek. And a 3-point takedown for Zach Lumbreglia builds his lead to 4-0. 10 seconds to go in the second period.
Like a broken record, late period scoring. Huge.
It's every match.
Every match.
4-0 lead after 2 periods at 175 pounds for Zach Lumbreglia of Pope John. The Lions lead 13-9 in the team score. It'll be Hayek on bottom, tries to get the switch, and he's caught by Lumbreglia, and Lumbreglia drives forward. Crawling forward.
Good pressure on top by Lumbreglia. Keeping the pressure forward, heavy on his upper back. It's not fun under there. Just looking up at the clock. Knows he's got 1:30 to go. Clinging to that 4-0 lead, but I sense he's looking for some more. Big escape right there. 4-1.
There's 1 point. He's a takedown away from tying it with 1:15 left in regulation. Is Stephen Hayek. Slaps off the hand, tries a shot. It's a lot of high hand fighting for a 3-point match. Going for the takedown again, Hayek. But now with top position is Zach Lumbreglia.
He is in the position to score here. Now it's switched.
Now they switched. No points yet. They're out of bounds. A push late. And the Pope John bench, the coaches, a little upset about that. Thought that push was a little close to the scoring table.
They didn't like that. But referee just, reminded him. Let's keep it under control. Little shove. Hey, it's a tough sport.
4-1 in favor of Zach Lumbreglia of Pope John. 20 seconds to go at 175 pounds. There's a shot. Going for the double leg is Stephen Hayek of Mount Olive. Doesn't get it. They work again.
It's going to be a stall call right
the
there.
Sidelines. So they each have a stall warning. We're 5 seconds left. Going again for the takedown. 1 point, it's 4-2, but time runs out. The stall actually works in Lumbreglia's favor. It keeps him safe, and he gets the three-point decision, 16-9. And now Mount Olive has a 2-match deficit to make up in the team score.
That's really good awareness by Lumbreglia, knowing he had a couple stalls to give and the match would not be decided by it. So he felt pretty okay, backing up a little bit, not afraid of that stall call. That's his coaches letting him know you can take a stall. There's only 10 seconds to go. Don't worry about it. Keep yourself out of harm's way. A little Vision Quest playing.
Oh, you're going to work with Don, and we'll talk Vision Quest.
Okay, we're at 190 pounds here. Pope John wrestler taking some ground, pushing the Mount Olive wrestler towards the out of bounds.
Justin,
work it back.
Justin Bullock for Mount Olive, Cole Dunham for Pope John. Thank James Clark for jumping in. No score yet. We're coming up on the halfway point of the first period. We're at 190 pounds.
This looks like we got two pretty evenly matched wrestlers here.
Yeah, this is one I kind of was looking forward to.
Yep. Oh, there's a little backing up.
Yeah, the caution warning. Whoa!
Oh, boy.
They stop it as they're out of bounds. There was a stall warning against Bullock, and then they stopped it for out of bounds, but it was kind of a dangerous position, too.
It was, and referee Anthony Zullo saw Bullock starting to play the edge of the mat a little bit with his back towards the outer area. Referee's going to kind of get you every time. You want to avoid that stall call, keep your back facing the center of the mat at all times. That means you're moving forward, you're taking territory, and you're holding center. Keep your back facing the middle. It will keep the referees away from you.
Keeping your feet moving and
keeping your feet
forward.
Moving forward.
Solves so many problems regardless of the sport.
It sure does.
Going for the takedown. He hasn't gotten it yet, and he may not have the room to. Dunham trying to force it.
He's got to get that far ankle. If he secures that far ankle, that's where it's going to happen.
There he tried for it. And they're out of bounds, and that's the end. They're out of bounds, and the clock hits 0.
What a great fight by Bullock.
Wow.
Dunham just needed that far ankle, and that was 3. That would have been a late 3. All right, Bullock went into that split position, and Dunham could not reach that far ankle. So now we're 0-0. So important.
Second period. Dunham with Pope John in the blue. He will start on the bottom. Justin Bullock of Mount Olive on top, trying to chop him down. Goes for the cross face, now reaching for the armbar, trying to get on the back.
Dunham will look for a cradle there, actually. Bullock was looking for a cradle, but does get his one.
Cuts him. I think he realized he had a bad position. Nothing was going to come of it. Concede the point and restart this neutral.
Yep.
Now driving forward, Bullock. Dunham tries to shoot the leg. Can't get the single. They go back to hand fighting, each with a handful of each other's neck. There, now he has the leg. Does Bullock, no point. He doesn't have enough supremacy yet, but he has the leg, and he's not letting it go.
So Dunham should get a stalemate here.
Dunham had that arm across his own and across his chest, and that could have been any number of bad ways.
That definitely could have, and even his knee was even in a weird position. That was just a bad position all around.
Just let's get out of this, and everybody goes home without an ace bandage.
There you go. Good shot here. He should be able to finish this if he steps up and runs.
Dunham drives forward
with
3. had the legs wrapped. They had a leg wrapped up, the right leg, and gets the takedown. 4 now. Oh. And there's a dangerous and another stoppage.
Crowd did not like that stoppage. Dunham was going for a head lever there. Referee just felt the shoulder came a little up too high. The arm was going towards the head as opposed to across the back, and he just stopped it. Didn't like the way it looked. Hey, safety's paramount here. That's number one. But I can understand why the crowd from Pope John did not like it. Referee Zullo's been doing this long enough. He's seen it all.
Oh, these guys, 30-some years each. Man, you put a great crew together. You had 60 years of wrestling experience. Goes for the mat return. Bullock doesn't let him finish it. 4-0 still for Cole Dunham of Pope John. He leads 4-0. The Lions 16-9 up in the team score.
Dunham's been pretty solid on top. 20 seconds to go. Now here, John, is where you do not want to give up and escape. If you're Dunham and you're Dunham's coach, looking for a tilt here. Well, this would be nice.
Looking for a tilt, but he
might be some swipes. He's got some swipes.
Yeah,
he's got backs here.
He's getting them. It's going to be 3 or 4.
4 late.
I'm looking.
Whoa.
4 back points.
Do I have to say it?
Nope.
Late in the period.
4 back points at the buzzer, an 8-0 lead, and now you're in major decision territory. Mount Olive already trails by 7 points, so they would need a pin plus to win. Reversal there by Bullock, and he concedes the 1, 9-3 as they go into this neutral.
Bullock seemed to have a burst of energy there. Let's see if he can keep it up. So that was a beautiful takedown. He got real aggressive. He might sense something or feel that his opponent's wearing out a little bit. We're going to find out.
Stalemate called with 1:32 left in the third period at 190 pounds.
There's always that question, John, of what the wrestlers have left in the old gas tank, as they say, in these early season duels. How's their conditioning and their preparation? For a lot of them, it's their first time coming down to their weight class, so they're on a weight descent plan. So they're getting used to the weight cut. They're getting in shape, or it's early in the season. Third period's where all that stuff shows. As you can
Whistle
see,
for out of bounds, still 9-3.
They're both a little slow getting back to the center. You could feel it. Arms are heavy, legs are heavy. It's going to be a little bit of a sprint here, though, I would expect after we get under a minute. Oh, that was nice. Nice pull down.
3 points there. Dunham builds on his lead.
Back in major decision territory.
Back in major territory.
Yep.
With a minute to go, less than a minute to go in regulation.
Trying to see what the Pope John coaches are saying, if they want to try to ride him out. I think they're gonna, because he's been having a solid ride this whole match. Up by 9, protect that lead. He's gonna ride him.
Bullock's trying to peel this off and do like a standing switch, but he's going right back to the mouth, rolls through it, and gets the neutral. Nice move.
That was.
12-4. Now he's going to go for his takedown. Doesn't get it. Good sprawl by Dunham. Dunham takes upper body. Now he's shot to half. Trying to drive it home.
3.
And time's going to expire. 15-4. Cole Dunham with the win for Pope John. And that's a major decision.
Extra team point. That's 4. Well done.
20-9. An 11-point lead for the Lions as we move to 2:15.
I like the way that Bullock wrestled in that match. He left it out there, but he didn't get too reckless. You don't want to put yourself in danger, but he did go for it. He gave it. He put the pressure on Dunham, but didn't give up the 6. And here we go with some of the Mount Olive Hammers here at 215 in heavyweight. Crowd just came alive for this. Mount Olive really strong at both 215 and heavyweight. That is for sure. They are definitely going to be looking for bonus here.
David Thompson versus Nico Gonzalez here at 215. And Gonzalez with the early three-point takedown. And he's trying to turn him to the back. He's trying to cut this lead right. He wants this, and he wants it early. Now measuring. Allows the neutral, goes right back.
Bow cradle. This is trouble.
Another 3. It's 6-1. He's got the cradle locked in. He's going to get back points. He's in a good position to get the pin. He's got to get the toes under him.
He's going to get it. Yep.
There it is.
Wow, that's big.
50 seconds into the 215 match. Gonzalez from Mount Olive with the pin, and suddenly the lead goes from 11 to 5 for Pope John, 20-15. Let's watch the replay.
Watch the replay here. Bow cradle. Now what he's looking to do, obviously try to get the shoulders down, so he wants to settle his hips down a little bit as he works his way. And there it is right there. It was beautifully done. Beautifully done.
285 up next. The big guys.
The big guys. Very impressive, Nico Gonzalez. He's an athlete. Oh, geez. Onto the wood floor. He just had to throw out of bounds. Wow, that'll wake you up. The Pope John heavyweight looks a little undersized, but he didn't seem too intimidated by the upper body position. Again, he goes for it, and he puts him on his back. Oh, boy, he did it before, and he's going to do it again. This is huge. That's it. That's it. That should be it. Oh!
There's that was what Mount Olive did not need.
Oh, no, they did not. You saw that coming. He threw him out of bounds earlier in the period. Same move, lateral drop. He hit it again on the other side of the mat.
And a great match there.
That was
by
big.
Pope John's 285-pounder. We're going to take a look at the pin again.
Pinned money out of bounds. Again, it was a lateral drop. He hit it earlier in the period, but it went out of bounds. As they were going towards the other side of the mat, he hit it again. It's a second time, 2 lateral drops. Beautifully done. He was very comfortable in that upper body position.
All right, we're at 106 pounds now. We've turned the corner back to the lighter weights.
Now we get the little guys. Littler guys, I should say. I was a little guy when I wrestled as well.
I was never a little guy. Never happened.
Okay, Pope John wrestles in on a single leg. Mount Olive wrestler looking to spin behind. He does, and that's going to be a 3 points for Mount Olive. Take a 3-0 lead. He's got a solid tight waist in and pressure forward. Looking for a near side arm bar.
Jack Rawa for Mount Olive. Jackson Weber for Pope John.
Rawa is a pretty long and lean 106-pounder. I would want to think he is probably a cradler. But of course, we shall see. Referee Russ Scarice sensed that we were not going anywhere in that position, calls the stalemate. We'll get a restart in the center. Mount Olive up 3-0.
You didn't need 3 decades of wrestling referee experience to see that wasn't going anywhere.
We were not going anywhere,
that
John.
was not going anywhere. Again, GardenStateHSWrestling.com brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Performance Trophies and Medals, Estabilt Wrestling Club, and the Garden State Athletic Network. Now it's an 11-point lead again for Pope John, but there's still enough time in this for Mount Olive to make up an 11-point.
There sure is. Absolutely.
And right now what we're seeing is Rawa really just working to get a turn here and dominating the opening period here at 106 pounds.
Yeah.
3-0 in favor of Rawa of Mount Olive after one. 26-15 the score in favor of Pope John.
Looks like Weber does not want to go down, as he was ridden out most of that period, and he does not. He goes neutral.
No, I wouldn't. Not after what I just watched.
Yeah, I don't think he was getting out. Good single. Good low single.
Tried to single and he's got it, but he didn't finish it.
Now he's got both legs.
Oh, now he might.
He might.
Rawa rolls back toward him.
Now he wants to do a step over that back ankle, but Rawa's got that. Oh,
the way Rawa has the wrist and he had the ankle. Now the takedown's finished and we're tied at 3.
Well done.
Rawa had it countered for a while.
He did.
Just the way he had the wrist and the ankle.
He absolutely did.
And now he's trying to reach back, which can it can bite you.
Oh, it definitely can. Weber's got those legs in. Looking to go tilt here. He's got to watch his own back is what he's got to watch.
Yeah, what I'm watching
Watch
here
yourself. You can get in
is
trouble here.
Weber getting himself in a place where he's going to get pinned. And a 2-point reversal and a 5-3 lead for Rawa of Mount Olive in the black with the red.
Now Weber wants to get his head up, needs to get a base under himself, get his knees under him, get his head up, get some hand control. Otherwise you're going to be stuck down there for a while. And good things don't happen when you're wrestling from your belly. You never do.
30 seconds to go into second period. 5-0 the lead for Rawa of Mount Olive. And Rawa he's got a tight waist in there. And he's just waiting for something to open up so he can turn him. He may have it here. A caution warning against Weber.
Yep. And to your point, I think it's exactly right, and that's when the stall call came. Rawa just waiting on top, like I said, for something to open up. And Weber from Pope John was not opening up, and there came the stall call, of course. You were right on cue there.
You were talking about the big guys being tired in an early season duel. These little guys aren't exactly rushing to get back up in the referee's position either.
You definitely noticed that. I did as well. They were in no hurry.
They just won't admit it. The big guys will admit they're tired.
Uh-huh.
Rawa tries for the switch, but a tight waist clamped on by Weber for Pope John. He's in the blue with the white trim and the gold cross. And a neutral makes it a 6-3 lead for Jack Rawa of Mount Olive.
And again,
and he's going for the single leg.
What he wants to do here is look up to the ceiling. Yeah, he did.
Like that?
Like that. Now he's going to have to, this is one of those positions you're probably not going to go anywhere. Each guy's going to grab an ankle and hold on for dear life.
Has he turned himself, 1, too far through, and 2, left his ankles hanging back toward the arms?
That's exactly right. Right there, you want to finish quick. Once you're on that shot, if you're not going up and through the middle, when you do turn, you want to, like windshield wipers, you want to wipe those feet out around the back so the defending wrestler cannot catch those ankles. You want to hide your feet. And you got to finish fast to hide your feet.
Less than a minute to go in regulation. 6-3 in favor of Jack Rawa of Mount Olive at 106 pounds.
Right on those ankles. See, he's long arms. Rawa's really long. He's always looking to grab ankles. Got it right there again.
He never lets go of it.
Doesn't let go.
And when he doesn't let go of it,
there it is. There it is. It's very hard to finish when someone's got your ankles. Very hard. It's usually a stalemate, or you give up the takedown like Weber just did. All right, so it's 9-3. 30 seconds to go. If he can get some back points here, this would be a major. Oh, we do not. Pope John does not want to fall here, of course,
No.
but I think we got 3. This could put it into major territory. Referee Russ Grease holding 3, and there
3
it
back
is.
points. That makes it a major.
That makes it a major if he can hold them.
12-3. He doesn't want to concede another point now. Well, he can concede 1.
Yep, I think he's going to major him. Man, those last
2,
set of back points got your
1,
team a point.
And that's why you wrestle till the buzzer.
Yeah, you wrestle to the buzzer. Good job by both wrestlers.
Those back points for Mount Olive make it a major decision. And Pope John's team lead is cut to 7, 26-19.
That was a good job by both wrestlers, both Weber and Rawa. I'll tell you, this we're getting down to it, John, but I think this match is wide open.
So
wide open.
It really is. And it's everything we wanted.
Yeah, absolutely. The crowd is enjoying it. This is a great atmosphere this early in the season. So who we got? Around 113 pounds. Okay, we got Karosky.
Jacob Campbell for Pope John in the blue. Michael Karosky of Mount Olive in the black. Early takedown for Campbell.
Got that bar reinforced as well. So he's got the arm bar on the left side, and he's got wrist control underneath. And he did. This is usually a spot where he's looking for a tilt. He's going to put that hand on the back. Trying to pull him back.
Now you look back at the immaculate match, and Pope John forfeited 120.
Looks like we got 2 backs.
2 backs and a 5-0 lead.
Talking about some of those rule changes, that's just another reminder. Those 2 swipes is 2 points, 3 swipes for 3, 4 swipes for 4. Change implemented about roughly 2 seasons ago.
Now, question I have.
Fire away.
Saturday, Pope John forfeited the next weight class, 120, to both Kellenberg, New York, and to Immaculata. What's going to happen tonight at 120?
That would hurt. If they don't have a wrestler weighed in, we have to look at the weigh-in sheets. If they weighed in a 120-pounder. We have the Pope John weight sheet to see if they weighed in someone at 120 for Pope John. That's Mount Olive.
That's Mount Olive.
Did they weigh in a 20-pounder? They did not.
It doesn't look it, so.
And their 2 26-pounders they do not have a 20-pounder. So that's going to be 6. Unless the sheet is wrong.
8-1.
So you're basically looking at a 1-point match right now.
8-1.
If that forfeit happens.
Right. Right now, for all intents and purposes, it's 26-25 in favor of Pope John.
Unless that sheet is wrong.
It's 8-1 in this 113 match that's on the mat now. Jacob Campbell of Pope John on bottom, and Michael Karosky of Mount Olive in the red and black on top.
Karosky's a little high here. He's in some trouble here. I'm going to look for Campbell to be able to score. He should be able to get up on his toes and shake and come out the back door for his 2.
That's what he's trying to do.
Get up and shake. This is where you'll get your 2. Otherwise, the ref's going to stop it.
Karosky's trying to clamp those legs around
he sure is.
Campbell and hold him in and maybe hope to get a stalemate. There it is.
And he did.
There's the stalemate stoppage.
Well done.
8-1. So right now, this is a regular decision.
That's a good job by Karosky to hang on. That is not a comfortable position.
1:26 left in the second period. Another caution against Mount Olive getting into the referee's position. Not the first we've seen tonight.
No, you're exactly right. It's going to be another one. Second caution.
What point does he get penalized?
Third one. Yeah, 2 cautions, fouled the third for lining up incorrectly is a point, and 1 point thereafter every time he lines up the wrong way. Should be fine here now. So that's something you got to keep an eye on. You get tired, you forget about it. Next thing you know, you line up wrong, cost you a point. Same position again, John. Let's see if Campbell can score here. Same position.
James Clark, and I thank him for this, letting us. Campbell wrestled for Jefferson last year.
Oh, interesting.
And then transferred. He gets a 2-point reversal and puts himself in Major World.
Sure does.
10-1. He's up 9.
This guy's looking for that tilt again.
He's trying to pull the shoulder back across. Barring the left arm. 3, another 3.
We're getting close.
3 points away from a technical fall here, which would be a 12-point lead for the Lions.
Correct. And something we also got to think about, John, is the.
He's got him.
Yep.
He's got him in a bad spot. Got the pin. Winner by fall, Jacob Campbell, with 14 seconds to go in the second period, and
tight.
now it's 32-19 in favor of the Lions. Let's take a look at that pin.
So it started with he put in his hole. He's going to roll through for a tilt. He just had it so tight on the near side that he was able to secure the fall. Really nice job there. It was so tight, hips really tight to his opponent's body. Great job by Campbell from Pope John. So now we also got to think about it, John, that we know we might have this forfeit at 120. We're going to confirm that right now. We are. So that's 6 points right there, same as a pin.
There's the forfeit. And 6 for Mount Olive.
But let's also remember that, sorry to talk over you. Pope John also has Dalton Weber still looming, 2-time state medalist. You know they're looking for 6 out of him. He has yet to come.
127. Christian Perez for Mount Olive. Here at 126. Christian Perez.
Pope John wrestler, good position here, front headlock. This is where you need to score. Mount Olive wrestler looking to throw it by, unsuccessful. Both wrestlers holding center.
Sal Darko for Pope John versus Christian Perez for Mount Olive. Good hand fight. He gets a.
Oh, good shot.
Oh, a beautiful shot by Darko. He gets the 3, trying to turn through it, and getting the escape is Perez.
Darko came through on a beautiful blast double, head up, drove right through his opponent for the 3. But then Perez didn't hang around too much. He was out right away.
We have 126 and 132 left to go.
Yeah, start getting our calculators out and doing some figuring here, John.
Trying to do it in my head. But, well, Pope John wins this. I think it's.
We got 2 weight classes left.
Still in play. It's still in play.
Still in play unless we have a bonus point win. But we believe we have a Pope John hammer in the wings.
3-point takedown there for Perez. Gives him a 4-3 lead.
That's a real nice job by Perez. Last 10 seconds.
Again. Theme tonight.
Late scoring. Can cost you later in a match, giving up points in those final 10 seconds of each period. Okay, Perez is going to choose down. Let's see if Darko from Pope John decides to ride him or cut him.
No, he's going to ride him.
He's looking to ride him.
But if I remember right from last year, Barris is pretty good from this position, from the ground. And they see he's powering up.
He sure
He's
is.
good at this. If he can peel the arms off, there he goes.
Very
he
solid.
peels these arms off. He's going to get another neutral. Steady goes for a ride back down. No points out of it.
Darko is tough on top. Barris is solid on bottom. It's a little bit of a battle within the battle here.
Darko working the near half. Almost a three-quarter.
Referee Russ Grief is peeking right in to make sure. Wasn't grabbing that headgear.
Going for the mat return again, no points. Coming up on a minute to go in the second period. 4-3 Barris of Mount Olive with a 1-point lead. Pope John leads the team points 32-25.
Really good ride here by Darko. He's putting it on him right now. See that pressure forward, keeping him in bounds.
He's got to be wearing him down.
He really is. It's Barris up again.
Barris up again. He's got to peel the arms off, and he can't do that.
Great trip. Great trip. Pressure forward is the key.
Barris trying to reach back. Trying to get a switch. They're out of bounds. Stoppage with 29 seconds to go in the second period. It's 4-3 still in favor of Christian Barris of Mount Olive.
This next 30 seconds is going to say a lot about how this match ends. If you're a Darko, you want to keep him down. Do not give him that point. And, of course, if you're Barris, you need your point here. This is kind of gut check time a little bit, John.
Absolutely.
Let's see who's going to...
Barris is trying for the switch.
Again, he's up to his feet again.
He gets to his feet, but he's never able to get the hands off.
Oh,
there he does.
Big point.
5-3
left.
now. A 2-point lead for Christian Barris of Mount Olive against Sal Darko of Pope John.
That was big. That was a big escape.
Darko tries to shot. It's fended off by Barris, and he'll take a 5-3 lead into the third period.
Darko should take bottom here.
And does.
Cut into that lead a little bit, and this match is going to be a takedown. Might have blood time, I believe.
GardenStateHSWrestling.com is brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition. The Harrington Companies and Contractors, Performance Trophies and Medals, Estabilt Wrestling Club, and the Garden State Athletic Network. Tonight's matches from Mount Olive High School, featuring the Marauders versus Pope John. Brought to you by 19th Hole Golf Simulators, Pro Automotive of New Jersey, Ginza Bar, Restaurant, and Sushi of Mount Olive, Market Tavern of Flanders, Palumbo's Barber Shop, Our Post Heating and Air Conditioning, Anthony Franco's Pizza of Sparta, Sunnyside Landscaping, and Ivy Rehab.
John, you mentioned sushi there, pizza.
The sushi place is good. The pizza place is good. Market Tavern's good.
And we can probably get a haircut. I heard a barber shop there as well.
Yes. And I've heard good things about it. Darko on bottom, Barris on top. Trying to chop Darko down. Barris leads 5-3. Should he win this with the score as it is, it would be 32-28, a 4-point lead for Pope John.
With 2 to go.
With 2 to go. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better duel than we've got right now. We're at 126, one match after this, and it should feature Dalton Weber of Pope John.
It should.
Well, that, if you're the Lions, you want that. From behind Barris, he's getting a caution for stalling. 5-3, he leads with 38 seconds to go. He'll start on top.
See how much he's got in the gas tank here. He's looking a little tired, a little slow getting back to the middle like we talked about before. And it's only 5-3, and he's got a stall warning. So if you're Barris, the last thing you want is a stall warning and then an escape. Then we're going to have a time match.
He wants to win, but you have to think he wants bonus points.
Oh yeah, always looking for bonus. Late in the match now for that. Now he's looking to hang on, ride this out for 20 seconds.
Swings around the
you do
back.
not want to
He's
give a reversal.
he's in a bad spot.
Oh boy, we're tied. We're tied.
2-point reversal, tied, and he's in danger of giving up the.
He's got to hang on here. If you want to go to
takedown.
overtime. 3 seconds.
2,
We're
1.
going to overtime. First overtime
Going
match.
to overtime.
And, you know, you're going to have to give the advantage to Darko a little bit. He came on strong the end of that period. And Barris looks like he's hurting a little bit. A little slow getting back to the center.
Slow getting up. He's shaking his head.
And the Pope John wrestler's back in the middle, toe on the line, ready to go. You kind of smell blood in the water a little bit, as they always say.
1 minute on the clock.
But you want to be under control if you're Pope John. But at the same time, you want to keep the pressure on.
Can you get too aggressive here?
You can get too aggressive, exactly what I say. You still want to be methodical about it.
Darko with the shot, but it ends out of bounds, no points.
You get hyped up, you sense your opponent is sucking wind a little bit, but like you said, don't get too aggressive and do something reckless.
Right, you leave yourself open to a counter.
Yep, you know you got your opponent where you want him. You brought him into the deep water, he's sucking wind. Here's your chance to just be methodical, get your 3 points, get this win.
Almost halfway through the first minute overtime.
It's going to be a takedown. We knew it.
3-point takedown.
We saw it coming.
And it was Barris initiated it.
He initiated
and
that.
he got caught and able to turn his position and kind of gut wrench him down was Sal Darko. And Darko with a very important win.
Absolutely.
Because he has clinched it now.
He has clinched
for
it.
Pope John, 35-25.
What a great match. What a great job by Darko. Barris wrestled tough. I just sensed he just did not have a lot left in the gas tank in that third period. So now it's up to Mount Olive to put out, and let's see if we're going to get who we're going to get here.
Judge him from the reaction.
Yep, we got Dalton Weber here.
Dalton Weber.
Two-time state medalist.
Two-time state medalist for Pope John. Versus.
Oh, boy.
Nick Drew from Mount Olive, 132 pounds. Will wrap it up here. 3-point takedown for Weber. Concedes the neutral. 6-2. He's done it twice now.
What a beautiful ankle pick. And to your point, John, the last match did seal up this dual meet. But you know what? To me, it says a lot that Mount Olive has sent their wrestler out. You know, you're going against a multiple-time state medalist. But you know what? They could have forfeited that match, and they didn't. That shows a lot to me for this Mount Olive squad.
9-3.
You take the match.
Weber has parlayed takedowns and conceding neutrals into that lead. 12-3, 12-4 as the cycle continues.
Take him down, let him go.
Trying to reverse out of that was Drew. Nice ankle pick by Weber. Then he switches legs effortlessly.
He's slick.
15-4. Goes tight waist.
This is just too much Weber right now.
An escape for Drew.
There it is. I don't think he's getting off of this.
And a pin for Dalton Weber.
Very impressive, John. But you know what? Let's give Drew from Mount Olive credit. He took that match. The team score was already done. The match was over. Right there, gets to the side. He's going to put his head in the side, bow cradle, and just really solid position on his knees and his head, balanced perfectly. You knew that was going to be a finish there.
Follow us on social media. On Facebook at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. On X at GardenStateHSW. On Instagram at Garden State HS Wrestling. And on Garden State HS Wrestling at YouTube. GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Your teams, your counties, your site. Let's step into the Harrington Company's press box.
We got light.
We got light.
Oh, boy.
John Kovach, Thomas Farquhar played out the way we thought and was nip and tuck right to the end.
It absolutely was, excuse me. We knew bonus points would have a lot to do with this match. We had a lot of major decisions, and we identified early in this match, John, that scoring at the end of those periods was really a theme tonight that impacted a lot of close matches.
Sal Darko clinches it.
Great job.
It really was the match of the night, I think.
I definitely think it was. You could tell he sensed his opponent was running out of gas a little bit. He became the aggressor. We almost knew he was going to win that in overtime as long as he didn't get overly aggressive and do something silly.
And for the first time this year, we see Dalton Weber, and Dalton Weber was Dalton Weber.
Yep. I thought the referees did a great job. As we just give a shout out to the referees.
They did an awesome job. We're saying goodbye to just a great night of wrestling.
Wasn't it? And I think we also talked about the who was healthy, had a big impact on this match.
Huge impact.
You had two real solid hammers out for the Mount Olive Marauders.
We will continue to follow the Piemonte injury and update you on that as soon as we have any information. They didn't have him tonight. Had to have a big effect, not only in the lineup, but psychologically on the Marauders.
Without a doubt. And they were also without their freshman phenom, Cole Rebels, as well. So, yeah, you're exactly right. Just mentally going into the match, when you have two of your top guys not in the lineup, that definitely weighs on you mentally a little bit, especially as a competitor. Sometimes you think you got to go out there and do a little too much to try to make up for the loss of two of your hammers.
Pope John with the win, 41-25. That's going to do it for us. For Thomas Farquhar, Zach Komar, Amanda Fantasia. Thank you for watching GardenStateHSWrestling.com.